Hello, my name is Aries. I played at YCS Vancouver. I got top 50. I did beat Triff.
How did that feel?
It, it felt really good. It made a check mark on my bucket list. Um, I took Yummy. I was at 42, and this is my deck profile.
Big yummy.
So the one Hornet drones.
Can you flip it around?
Yes. One Hornet drones. I played one Widow Anchor.
How did Widow
And
Anchor feel?
Widow Anchor honestly felt amazing. I did win a lot of dice rolls, but the Widow Anchor helped with either discard fodder, which sometimes it is needed to play around nib, and or going second. It helps break boards or like dim it down because Yummy, even though it is a large non-engine, sometimes you draw into too much engine, which is great going first, not great when going second. And then I played to engage. Um, my logic is if I draw two at the same time, I can at least use both. And I just didn't like the third. I also didn't have the matching rarity for the third, so couldn't. For Vancouver, I did play the one. I played one Fury. It comes up going just late game. You use your minion or it's engrave, and it's just like bad sequencing. This allows for a mistake. It's also a guaranteed starter because most people will not ash it because they want you paid that half life points, and I think that's just is good if you like want to just play, right? Uh,
Would you bump Puri up to 3?
I think Puri is good at 1 or 2. I think if it's I'm gonna bump something up to 3, it's gonna be the engage. Otherwise, I don't think always paying 4,000 life points as like your one card starter is amazing, especially against Vanquish Soul. So I think it is correct at 1. I played Potter Prosp. Um, it's Potter Prosp. I spent a lot of time sending 3. Uh, everything I wanted to hit what I wanted to hit, so it worked out. My next starters were
Three
Obedience.
Obedience
Yes,
School.
sir.
How did it feel resolving this card?
Oh, you won the game. Not even gonna lie. You start off with Obedience. I placed Araki instead of Minion, just because you play into Nib harder, and Araki can summon one from deck. And if they have the Ash, most of the time people will wait until you search and they interact, and then you kind of just plus the whole interaction. The second best normal summon, Cookie Yummy. Sometimes just having minion, normaling this, and making a monster on your opponent's side and making it lose 1,000 is just super strong. And the loss of 1,000 is just permanent, which a lot of people didn't realize, and it like did win me a couple games. The worst normal out of the 3s is Lilipo. It feels okay. It feels better summoned off a synchro. When you normal summon it, you're most likely have this and Obedience or like another name, and like they Ash Obedience if you normal it, and you just put back the Ash and pray they draw into the Ash. Just because like that's how variance kind of works, and like you want to up their deck count instead of them deck thinning. The best normal summon
The best one.
is Cupsy Yummy. I loved opening this multiple times against Vanquish Soul. I would have this and Obedience, and I would normal this for fun. And they would either pop it with they would play on my turn, and they would pop it with Raisin or like steal it with Holy Sue, just because they have turn zeros. And they would do that, and I would then obedience, and they like kind of cry. And like if they nib, there goes their follow up, right? And then, like I said, they most likely will have gone into I would have gone into a Rocky.
Yeah.
The 2 field spell, a Rocky and minion. I really liked a Rocky. A lot of people are saying that they weren't playing it or they played 2 minion. I think if you play 2 minion, not gonna lie, you're kind of bad.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I'm sorry, not to butcher these people, but everyone I talked to that played 2 minion, they did lose. And the same with the like the people that were missing a Crocky. This card was your Nibsuda proof, and like sometimes the extra pop into Draco Tail is really needed. For surprise, I played 2. It's such a broken card. Each effect is once per turn, so you could activate multiple of them. Also felt amazing opening it with Cupsy, because then Cupsy is just Ash fodder. And like most people would not Ash the Cupsy Synchro, and they would just wait for the level 1, which I think is correct. So for non-engine, right? I played 3 Fua,
Okay.
the GOAT.
Yep.
Pretty standard.
Cards are broken.
3 Perulia.
Yep.
Again. I would maybe cut Perulia down to 2, maybe side 1. I don't know. I think it's only good into Vigor Soul. Otherwise, Yummy plays around it, Draco Tail plays around it. Sometimes like Draco Tail just gives you 1 draw, but at that point I would like just want to go Fua instead.
Yeah.
So Perulias are up in the sky right now. I played 3 Ash.
Yep.
Ash felt good for the Molcharmies. Going second, depending on the matchup, I would side out Ash, just because like if Ash is your only interruption, then you kind of cry.
Yeah.
Going first is for the Charmies. The only matchup I like kept Ash in was Draco Tail, because I would open Ash Purge and I just wouldn't interact with them, and I'll just have it for their 2 trap cards, their 2 interruptions. Talking about Purge, I did play 3 of them. Purge is most definitely the GOAT of the deck. It's
Purge
just
is insane.
a plus if you like play Imperm 2, which I have right here. The Destroy does come up a lot. It's really nice. I did play 2 Droplet. It allowed me to play into Draco Tail better. And half the time when I opened Droplet, I did not set it. I would just hold it, see if I was playing against Vanquish Soul or Draco Tail, and if they wanted to play. Because if they summon, like sometimes they wait until end of main, wait till you do things, or until you're beast locked, and you would just need that extra interaction on your turn if you like set Impermanent Surprise, right? Last 3 cards in the main deck, I played 1 Callby, 1 Talents, and 1 Thrust. I honestly would not change the ratios. I do really like the 1 Thrust. I opened it. It was like a sat card in my opinion. You opened it, you would set like your Purge, your Imperm, anything that like you needed really, or going second, grab Talents, right? It just felt really good. I'm thinking about moving these to the side just because I want to play as much as I can on my opponent's turn. Call by is always going to stay in the main for me. Uh, moving on,
What's your main deck at?
my main deck is at 42.
42.
I really like it. I think I might shave it down to 40. Not sure what I'm 100% going to move, but probably the Threats and Talents. I'm going to go into the extra deck. I played the Go 2 Herald.
How many times did you make 2 Herald?
I made Herald, 1 Herald almost every game. 2 Herald was only for Draco Tail, basically. They would Dark Ruler or like even Crystron. They Dark Ruler. You make this a second one just because you go Cupsy, summon, and then like half the time they can't play because Herald has the Floodgate where like anything sent from the main deck or hand is banished, which like helped against like Crystron because they love Droplet. I did like 2 Herald. I might cut one for White Forest Sylvie, just because I think the Book of Moon is really good. Allows your opponent not to like play. I'm only hesitant because against Draco Tail, the second one does come up as like a last interaction.
Yeah. This card is broken against Draco Tail.
On everything. I played Metal Marcher and the Starham.
The Starham.
I personally really like the Starham over Metal Marcher, even if it is a discard. I don't like using the last Snatchy for my extra deck on first turn 0, just because it comes up in the grind where like you summon it, you don't want to use your Snatchy effect yet, and it just didn't come up as much as I wanted for Metal Marcher. It's okay. I did play Anari.
That card's broken.
This card performed really well for me. I only used it twice.
Twice?
I only used it twice.
I go into it every game.
No, sir. I only use it if I get nibbed.
Yeah.
And like every time someone nibbed me, it was way too early in the combo, which grateful for. The other Link 2 I played was Crush.
Oh, Crushy.
I really wanted to respect Contact C,
Yep.
which I'm grateful for because I don't know if you watch Triv, shout out him. He side decked Ret C and Contact C, and I chose to just respect Contact C. I think it was correct choice. I think people really wanted the wins. And so that was my choice of deck building, which can be questionable sometimes.
And Crushy won you that game, right?
Krashib did win me that game. I started off with Obedience. He Contact C. His only other interruption was Imperm. And so with Obedience, Imperm just doesn't do anything. Going on to the Link 1s, I played 1 Kagari, 1 Link Spider. Right here, I liked Kagari. I thought it was amazing. For so much interaction. There was times where like it was Kagari add back. They would impermit a special, like a name, not used normal yet, and like it puts them onto the thought of like you having like a better play. Excuse me. I really liked it.
What about Link Spider? Oh, my bad.
Oh, Link Spider. Link Spider, it was really good. People would nib me off of the Kagari and Hornet Drones play or line, and I just made another synchro. And like, I think it's stronger than making Anari and losing to 1 Bell, which I kind of assumed everyone would be on. For the last Link 3 or Link 1s, I did play 3 Snatchy. This is the MVP card. It's just so goated. it is once per chain, but only per copy.
Yeah, that's
And so
absolutely correct.
sometimes you would just like end up with 2 of these. They would imprint one and or like droplet one, and it just like you just go crazy. For the synchros, I played Cookie Yummy Lollipop Yummy. Uh, I use this a lot, actually, as a board breaker and just in general. Uh, it's one of the last interruptions, in my opinion, or sometimes one of the first, just because, like, you see 2 level 4s, you got to put them down, right? Or, like, even against Malice, which I did face an opponent a couple, and this would stop their combo. Lollipo is how you make Herald, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last 2 extra deck monsters, I played 2 Cupsy Yummy Way.
2.
My logic behind it is that you search on your turn, you use one as a link material if they don't interrupt it, right? And sometimes like I wouldn't even bounce it back if if I have a name in hand. The second one comes up on your opponent's turn. You just search up follow up, and I think this event it like paid off. I think cutting one for Amirage is viable just because I play Puri, and Puri could search like Ash, Droll, anything really, and like normal summon it. Now, if you have Minion, you go into Amirage, and then Minion revive from the graveyard. That's the only thing I would maybe change. In the extra deck. For the
Side deck.
side. So I'll start off with going first cards. I played 3 Judgment.
Judgment.
For Yummy, you're really only scared about board breakers like Dark Ruler. Evenly, like it can be scary, but I don't think it is that scary because you still, unless they open crazy, right? They open Lightning Storm, they open evenly. That's 2 board breakers. They have to go crazy. Then like they have to just play through the 1 interaction, maybe 2. Then I played 2 Strike. This was more for Vanquish Soul. I did make a mistake where I sided the Solemn Judgments into Vanquish Soul, which I judgmented a board breaker, and then it was against Steven Santoli, and then he just burger trap burned me, and so it just felt bad. Never again will I side judgment against a Vanquish Soul player. I did a second thrust just because I want to see thrust, and I did the second thrust for Black Goat's Laugh. This card also helped. It did feel great. It helped me win against Triff, not going to lie. He started with Hornet Drones. I called Gakari, and we just played the game, and I surprised bounce back 2 and synchros, and so I just plussed. I played 1 evenly for the thrust. I played 3 thrust spells for going second. 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Raigeki, 1 Duster.
How did Raigeki feel?
Raigeki felt so good in the mirror. If you open just 1 and thrust, you hit their back row, you thrust into Raigeki, and you destroy their monsters, and now they don't have a board. Now, I played the 3rd droplet in the side. I think this was correct. I like to droplet in the main. I have a phobia of breaking, and so I try and minimize breaking as much. And then I chose to respect Mitsu Raizio. just because Mitsu destroys Yummy. You have to play really particularly with Droplet if you
Yep.
want to compete with Mitsu. This was just a floodgate to help. My record at the end of day 2 was X3. I have a couple shout outs. Shout out Sin Yugioh. Shout out Kevin. Shout out DM Server.
Yes,
Jaden,
sir.
Bubba, Deontay. Uh, Shout out all the people I faced and everyone who helped me test. Yeah, thank you.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.